GringoLatinoTalks, episode 2. Thank you for joining tonight. Tonight we have some special guests. Am I live on the cam, Joni, yet or no? Thank you. Our sponsor for tonight is Pasqualino Menswear. You can find them at 654 College Street. In case you guys are wondering where I got this wonderful jacket, you can find it there. And tonight I have a little situation. There is 2 Melissas here, so we're going to go with Meli and Mel. Is that what we're going to do?
Yes. That's what we're
How
going
are
to
you
do.
ladies doing tonight?
Good. And you?
I think I'm okay. How are you guys?
Good.
A little nervous.
Very nervous.
Nervous?
I'm
It's
nervous.
fine.
Hella nervous.
But we're good.
Hella nervous.
So we're going to start with a typical gringo Latino question.
Okay.
Do you guys consider yourselves more gringo or more Latino?
Who's going first here?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, fuck. Okay, you go.
I think middle.
So you're right in the slam in the middle.
Slam in the middle.
Okay, what about you, Mel?
Okay, I'm definitely more Latino because Spanish is actually my first and then English is my
You were
second.
born in Peru?
Because I was born in Peru.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I would say, I would definitely say more Latino.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Meli, where were you born?
Here.
Here in Canada?
Yeah.
Toronto?
Toronto.
Keelan Wilson?
Keelan Wilson. No, I'm just kidding. On Finch at Branson Hospital.
Branson Hospital. Okay, perfect. So the reason why I wanted both you guys on today was because you guys have a whole movement going on, which is called Mompreneurs.
Mompreneurs.
Can you guys tell the audience what that's about?
It's entrepreneurs that are moms.
Okay, and so you guys are starting
Right.
like a whole woman empowerment movement,
That's
basically, right?
Pretty
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
supporting them online, showcasing their local goods and all of that stuff, like my bracelet, my ring. Mompreneurs.
So did you guys decide together, or was it like you guys were both mompreneurs and then together you guys kind of...
We met. When did we meet?
I don't even know.
That's honesty.
Last year? 2 years ago. No, we had
Probably
to have
2
met
years
2 years ago
ago.
through Instagram.
Everything's
Through Instagram. Yeah, and I definitely feel like we both had like the same goal
Yeah.
on our Instagram accounts, which is like mompreneurs, supporting other women. So, I guess you could say we kind of like brought our own.
I think it just
thing
happened
together.
naturally.
Yeah.
Where we were just showcasing them, me on my end, her on her end.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a conversation we had. It just happened so naturally, especially
Yeah.
with COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of the moms ended up staying home because someone needed to stay home with the kids. So a lot of them were doing, their home goods, their bracelets, their, pieces like these, artworks and stuff, and they needed someone to showcase them. So I guess we did that independently, and then it just so happened that we were both doing it at the same time.
Yeah. And then we were like, yo, you want to link up? I'm like, sure, let's link up.
Let's be mompreneurs
And that's how it
together.
happened, and that's how we became
Literally.
friends.
Okay,
Yeah.
and are the rumors true that you guys might start your own podcast?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Confirmed.
I think so,
Confirmed.
yes.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
You heard it here
We are
first.
starting
Yes,
a podcast.
we are.
Yes.
And when is that happening roughly? Roughly, not like a month. Not you don't tell me a date. Like
October. We're aiming for
Yes.
October, but hoping everything goes well. But we're aiming for October, so
Yeah.
stay tuned for that.
So guys, you heard it here first. Meli times 2 or Mel times 2, however you want to do it. We'll be starting our own podcast. If you are a mother,
Yes.
trying to hustle, do your
Entrepreneur.
thing, and take care of your little ones, be sure to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to some people in the chat: Testa, Nora, Alejandro, Brooklyn, Nene Guti, Six Reyes. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the comments. Okay, so so we know you're from Peru,
Yep.
right? So Mel is from Peru.
Full peruana.
Meli, where are you from?
Ecuador.
Ecuador. And you said you were born here on Finch,
On Finch.
at Finch Station.
At Finch
On
Station. Literally, we were passing by because the kids do swimming by like Finch and Dufferin area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you guys, mommy was born here. And they're like, is it like a factory?
I'm dead.
How old were they when they said that?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Is it a factory?
Yeah, they thought I was born at a factory.
Well, that
What'd you tell
sucks.
them? You're just like...
I'm like, yes, it was a factory.
You got offended?
I was born in a factory.
You got offended. Okay, so the whole mompreneur thing, was it like a slow process, or was there like a turning point where like... Because I admire the following you guys have.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you for some tips for myself as well, trying to get to 10K out here. But what like changed the game for you guys in terms of like, okay, this is like for real, like this is what we're doing on terms of social media?
I definitely feel from my turning point was when I actually started getting paid for posting videos, creating videos, posting pictures. I mean, creating videos or doing any type of stories and stuff like that. I've when I started getting paid, I was like, oh damn, like I could actually take this very seriously, right? In the beginning, obviously it's still like fun and games, you know, and it's still fun, but now I can actually get paid, right? So I think that was my turning point when I found out I could actually
The
get
first
paid.
time someone wanted to pay you, were you like, really? Like, you actually want to?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like-
literally,
for
me
real?
too. I was like, they're like, what's your rate for like story, post, or reel? And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I had to go on a website and check.
Yeah.
And how does that work? Do they ask you for your stats, or like they just look at your following?
No, they ask for your stats.
So, there's a lot of,
There's different ones.
yeah, there's a
They're
lot
different.
of web pages where, you know, either they come to you or you go to them. And they have all the back end of our Instagram. So they
Yeah.
see our percentages in engagement. They see our percentages on comments, stories. They see all the back end that, you know, anybody else doesn't see.
So the mamas are loyal on Instagram, basically is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of grabbed a niche on like what you guys were doing and trying to achieve
Yeah.
with all the moms out there.
Yeah.
So what were you guys doing before you guys started this whole like movement? And how much of your days would you say goes towards the mompreneur movement?
A lot. I mean, I
Yeah.
think COVID helped. It was like a blessing in disguise for me because I work. So I would do Instagram like here and there. But I feel with COVID, it gave me the time to actually like focus on content creating, getting back to all the emails and accepting collaborations and the deadlines because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's all that, right?
Yeah, no, I was actually on maternity leave when it happened for me back in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 2017. That's when I started, and it was kind of like I was on maternity leave, and I was like seeing a lot of people like doing a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of moms. You know, I would actually watch them on YouTube, and then
You're like, I can do this.
I could do this exactly, right? And to be honest with you, like the reason why I took it to that point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put myself out there was when my mom actually passed away in 2016, and then I was like, you know what, you only live once. Like, it doesn't matter what you do in this life.
That's
Just be
amazing.
happy and do what you do and put yourself out there. And if putting yourself out there makes you happy, then do it. You know what I mean? So that's when I was like, screw it. YOLO. Let's just get
You
this
found that
done.
inspiration in
Yeah.
that tough moment, obviously, to
Exactly,
to
right?
do something out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. Yeah. So I bought myself my laptop, got myself my camera, and I just started video. I actually started on YouTube first.
Okay.
I started vlogging on YouTube.
How did that go?
Scary. Because nobody wanted to talk but me. And then my kids were like, and then my husband was like, I was like, dude, like, can we like just be ourselves but in front of the camera? And they were vibing with it. So I just kind of did it on my own first. And then they started getting a little bit more comfortable. And then that's when my Instagram following started growing. And then I just kind of started focusing more on Instagram. Right.
Gotcha.
But I still have my YouTube channel, and maybe I'll get back to it eventually. But as right now, it's just like the Instagram.
But it is very time consuming.
Of course.
It's a lot of
How much percent of your week would you guys say are you dedicating to your social media and your mompreneur movement?
Dude, every day for me.
Every day. It's definitely a lot.
Listen, sorry, we have a question in the chat, guys, okay? So we have a question from Yessie Cass, and it asks, do you guys have set rates, or do they usually offer you a set price?
Okay, so for me, I have a rate sheet. So it's a set rate. And then I always tell them in the email that, you know, I can always accommodate or, you know, whatever bundle they kind of want to do. If it's like Instagram posts and stories, and I kind of cater something for
Gotcha.
them. Yeah. And usually what I do is, because if I'm working with the brand, depending like how much I like the brand, to be honest with you, then I'll kind of put like an extra story or an extra video or an extra something, you know what I mean? Because they like that. They like when you see put a little bit more effort into it. So that's what I do. But there is also websites that you can go to. I don't specifically. Do you know the website?
I don't remember them.
It's I forget the website, but there is a website where you put your Instagram account, and then it'll tell you exactly how much you can.
A lot of them do. A lot of them do now. So
Yeah.
there's like these websites for, especially for influencers or whatever the case is. So you go and you put your rate, and like she said, you either negotiate. It's a lot of negotiating as well. So what you think, if they want a reel with like I don't know, like with the kids and things like that, you can negotiate. See,
It also depends on your niche. Like,
right?
Yes.
someone is not going to contact me if they're selling like something for kids. Like
Definitely.
maybe they'd contact you,
Dude,
right?
I've gotten people like, nothing wrong with like people that use, you know, like dildos and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
my God, I did too.
But I've gotten messages.
I did too.
Cut the stream.
Where they want to work with me,
Yes.
but I'm just like, yo, it's not my thing. Like,
I
people would be
literally-
like,
I talked to my
Mel,
Not my
sister-in-law.
niche.
I talked to my sister-in-law about it, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
should I do it? It's good money. And she was like, I mean, if you want to do it. I'm like, but what the hell am I gonna do? My
Yeah.
reels are super funny.
I definitely
can't-
reject quite
Yeah.
a few where I
That
feel
one I
it
had
will
to,
not fit into what I'm doing. So
The
yeah.
people want to know how popping are the DMs.
How popping the DMs? Okay, so for me, obviously they're not that popping, guys. Like they see my husband, and you know what I mean. Like they kind of.
I mean, I get the.
They get the idea.
I get the, we get the
Yeah, but
random little sugar daddies
sugar
here and
daddies
there.
are-
And I always show
yeah.
my husband too, which is funny because I'll show
That's
him and I'll be
amazing.
like, there was one time that I responded back to the guy and I was like, hey, listen, like, if I'm down, but like, yo, we got my husband's here, like
My husband needs a cut.
kids, like we need a cut, like we come as a team, dude, like it's not just us. Just
Pay off the
me.
mortgage. Pay off the mortgage.
Right? Obviously as a joke, right? But yeah, we do get a kick out of it
Of
sometimes.
course.
Yeah.
but-
What about you,
Yeah.
Meli? What's your view on the whole DM situation?
The
nowadays?
sugar daddies come in. I just delete. But a lot of my DMs really are the mamas. The
Yeah.
mamas. Just whatever story I post, or if there's a post or a reel, especially my reels lately. They just love them, and they're just like, "Oh my God, I don't want to cook today," and I'm like, "Oh my God, I feel you. I don't want to cook either." So it's just like things like that.
It's admirable for sure because you guys are definitely taking on a lot. Plus, you guys got kids and you gotta handle all that.
Yeah.
What would you say? Obviously, other than time, what would you guys say is the hardest thing about being a mompreneur?
Time.
Other than time, what would you say?
other
time,
than
I
time.
feel like for me,
Uh-huh.
it's been just dealing with like the certain, like the judgment. There is some judgment. There are some jabs out there that that don't believe in us or don't believe in me personally, and think like, oh, how did she get that, or how did that work out, or what did she do to do this, and you hear these things, and sometimes it does sting. It stings different, especially when you're working so hard. Especially this past year, I've been working so hard on my Instagram. So
100%, and you can notice that it goes to show.
Yeah.
That goes to our next question. What does your family say about your Instagram journey? We'll start with you.
They
Mel.
honestly, in the beginning, no, I think they always were supportive. They were always supportive. My dad didn't get it.
Aldo for sure was like, "Fucking do it!" Like,
Yeah, like he was down. Like he was like, yeah, do it for sure. It's a good idea. I've always like my family's always been very supportive. It's just that my dad doesn't understand. He's a different generation.
but your dad is very, for his age, like he's very like chill about stuff.
He is now.
The first time I met him, he made this like joke. I probably can't say it, but I was like,
he's a jokester. For those that know my
La
dad
confianza,
personally,
señor.
yes,
He's a
yes.
cutie. He's a cutie.
He's very like that. He's very straightforward like that too. He doesn't care. He does not care. But yeah, no, he didn't get it. But now he gets it though. He fully gets it, and he understands the concept of like how I can actually make money on social media. Because before he was like, "Don't post the kids. Why are you posting
Yeah.
the kids? Why are you doing
Then when
that?"
you bought him, started buying
I'm
him some
like-
gifts, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and then I think the first one was when I invited him to an event. It was a glow. It was a glow festival or something for Christmas, and I got some tickets to go. And I obviously had to do like create content and everything, but I got free tickets for him, right? And he
Sorry,
was
your
like,
brother said in the chat
What?
what your dad told me.
"Oh,
So if anyone is curious what Mel's dad said to me,
Oh,
that's
God.
actually what Vivo Plan just said in the chat.
what did my dad
first
say?
day he met me.
What did
I'm
my
not gonna
dad
say it. Someone's gonna make a meme if I say it. So let's just
Okay,
skip
now you
that.
gotta say
No,
it.
no, no,
Now
no,
you
no,
gotta
it's okay.
say it.
You guys can screenshot in the chat. It's fine. Tell you guys later over a drink.
He's embarrassed.
So, no, I was just like, in a way, it was amazing that like it was the first time he met me.
Yeah.
And he was just so cool
He
with me,
felt
like
so
right away. He
comfortable.
was super
Yeah.
comfortable. So
Yeah.
it made me feel comfortable with him. I walked in all like, hey, ¿cómo estás, señor? You know,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
there like, and I'm like, oh, okay. It took me a second. Right?
Oh, okay.
He's cute.
Okay, so another random question we got here. What kind of music, as mompreneurs, do you guys listen to? Like whether you're working, whether you're cooking for the kids, whether you're singing in the shower, like what do you guys jam to at like different times of the day?
Oh, I listen to all my Spanish music.
Yeah,
guys.
Spanish music, reggaeton, hip hop, and R&B. I'm a mix of everything. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm mostly like I stick more to my Spanish music, my reggaeton, my dembow, my Peruvian cumbia, like or cumbia in general. Like, but in the mornings, if I really want to start Zen, then I do a little like meditation music. But then
What
right
about-
after it's
Okay.
like my cumbia.
What about you, Meli?
Just reggaeton, hip hop, and
reggaeton?
R&B.
And what's your guys like go to like? Okay, let's get this fucking day started. Like let's go. Like what song would you guys say?
Well, right now it's Pepas for me.
Okay.
100%.
You just start jamming.
I
as
just
soon as
start
you wake up and you're like,
jamming. Yeah, I'm like, okay, let's do
That
this.
one gets me on a whole other level. That gives me like, I'm like excited, but then I get anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm that mom that
I
goes
can't.
through like to drop
No.
off their kids and you hear that music. Like that's me.
Mine is Work Bitch by Britney.
I'm dead.
how does that go? I don't remember.
You better work, bitch.
That's all it says.
bitch.
And you're like, okay, fine.
Oh, fine, I'll get to
On your way to work.
Fuck, I gotta work.
Special thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining. Everybody wants me to say what Mel's dad said, and I will not. Sorry.
No, you have to tell me after though.
No,
eh?
I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
Okay,
No
okay,
problem.
okay.
Your
Need
brother's
to
gonna
know.
probably text you right now.
I'm dead. He's
Shout
probably
out
texting me right now.
to Wing Factory in the chat. Matroning, Nico P, Shiny. I think this is your husband here, Alexander 323.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Unless someone's
Hey,
trying
babe.
I'm dead.
to like, I'm sorry. Shout out to Vivo Plan. Everybody else in the chat. If you guys have any questions, we do have a question. How do you
have a
feel about
question.
social media and internet with kids?
Okay, so with that, for me, it's really been a struggle, and I'm not gonna lie. Because when I first started Instagram, it was very natural, and the kids were on like crazy on my stories, on my posts. And then I did a collab with a nonprofit about child trafficking, so I started, taking back. I don't post them as much, and if I post a picture of them, they're with me and things like that, except on my stories. And I usually ask them, like, is this okay? Now that they're older,
Of course.
Yeah.
and
What
they'll
about-
tell me no. So
what about you, Mel?
I always ask. I always ask
Yeah.
them first. I'm like, hey, look, I have to do this post for whatever brand. Do you want to
Okay.
be in the picture? And it's obviously my teenager. He's older. He's 13. He definitely doesn't want to be on it sometimes.
It's too cool for school.
Yeah, for sure, right? So I definitely respect that. So, but there's some times where like I last time I got like a Space Jam toy, and he was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's take pictures. I was like, all right, cool. So I always very respectful with whatever
Yeah.
they want to do. If they don't want to do it, then I
Absolutely.
don't do it, and I wait until they're ready to do it. If they
Amazing.
want
That's
to do
good.
it.
That open conversation
Yeah.
with your children. I don't have
Yes.
kids, but I
Yeah.
could imagine it's great. Claudia, you
Yeah.
have a question from the chat?
Yes, we do have another question from the chat, and it is from LVCIDSPXMS. And it is, what's your favorite product you've reviewed?
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Can I go
Mine.
first?
You've been going first too much. Hold on. Meli, let's get Meli in here.
I think my favorite one has been Modern Gens. It's the jewelry one, so where
Okay.
they sent me 2 rings.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's been my favorite so far, and the pay was good too. So.
There you go. That helps. Now, Mel, you can go. Go ahead.
The cordless vacuum.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
The cordless vacuum. I got a cordless vacuum, and I was like, what was I doing with my life before? Because I don't.
What is life without
What
a
is
cordless
life
vacuum?
before a cordless
called a
vacuum?
broom.
I don't know.
Por solo 10 pagos de 5.99. Reciba ahora su cordless vacuum.
Right? I'm actually, you know what? There might be a surprise with the cordless vacuum. So
Stay
if you
tuned.
guys are not
Tuned.
following me on Instagram, definitely
Definitely
follow
watch
me
the podcast.
because there might be a little special.
Everyone
something.
watching the podcast will get a free cordless vacuum. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
no,
well,
no.
Last question quickly. What advice would you give a mom trying to start their own Instagram?
Ooh, go first, Meli.
Just to be yourself. And I know it sounds so corny, and everyone always says that, and it's just be yourself. If people want to follow you, they'll follow you for who you are, and then if they unfollow you, well, that's too bad. It happens. Sometimes I get a huge following when I post a really good reel, and then I'll get an unfollow like the next day, and that's totally cool. So just be yourself.
There you go.
Yeah,
What about you, Mel?
definitely the unfollow and follow is very norm in
Mhm.
this. So
It's normal. Don't take it
offense.
personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Definitely. But sorry, what was the question again?
So yeah, just don't take offense. That's it. What advice would you give to a mom starting her own Instagram?
Ooh, okay.
That's why she wants to go first all the time. She's gonna forget the question.
Don't talk to her. Let her
This is
answer.
why.
So definitely. Okay, if you don't go with the mindset of que dirán, don't go with that mindset. Just do it. If you're passionate about what you're doing, then just do it. Don't think about what everybody else is saying or what everybody else may say. Because then once you do, then you're going to want to start being a perfectionist on the stories and stuff. And you
Yeah.
got to remember that people
True.
want to relate. They
Yeah.
follow you because they relate to you, right?
Yeah.
So always make sure that You're just being your genuine self, like
Yeah.
she said, your authentic self, and you know, nobody's picture perfect.
And don't take
So-
it personal. The likes, the comments, the numbers, they go up and
The
down.
DMs.
They fluctuate all the
DMs.
time. It's
The sugar daddies.
it's not worth the sugar daddies.
The sugar
are-
daddies.
You know what?
All
Don't
right.
judge them.
Where can everybody find you? How can they contact you guys in case they need some advertising or whatever they need? And any final thoughts you'd like to tell the people before we end the segment?
Do I go first?
Sure.
Go,
Okay.
go. We need a
Scared
buzzer.
to go
We
first
need
You
a
got-
buzzer.
yeah, we're gonna have a buzzer next time.
So you can find me on Instagram at melis.vida, and my email is xo.mdelgado@gmail.com. My email's on my IG page, so if you need my email, it'll be there.
There you go.
Same Instagram is Moments with Meli, and TikTok Moments with Meli as well.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
You can say your TikTok.
I
quick.
love
It's
TikTok.
Melis Vida. It's the
There
same
you go.
thing.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
It's the same thing.
And then this Sunday, actually, I'll be at the market, the Prestige Market up in Caledon. So if y'all want to check it out, please feel free to do so.
Perfect. Big shout out to Danny Castro. Now that we ended the segment, we just hit 100 people watching.
Okay, I didn't know. Joking.
High five, guys. Going to a quick commercial
No
break.
pressure.
Up
No
next,
pressure.
30 Muse with Kim and Kelly. And yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Okay. Ay, Dios mío. How was that?
Would you love waking up to an incredible sunrise, relaxing walks on the beach, and stress-free living? A white sandy beach and infinite possibilities of entertainment all around. Just in case this is the life you've always wanted to live, come check out Ensenada Beach Resort. Located in the Republic of Panama, called the Dubai of Latin America by many. Ensenada Beach Resort is a project like no other. Only 20 minutes away from an international airport, 10 minutes away from supermarkets and schools, 2 minutes away from a golf course, and 1 minute away from the beach. Ensenada Beach Resort consists of 7 towers, plenty of sand and green areas for the kids to have fun. It has 1 to 4 bedroom units ranging from 750 square feet to 1,400 square feet. The common areas include a billiards and ping pong table, a fully equipped spa, a large pool to relax in, and a world-class restaurant with exquisite dishes and live music for your total entertainment. Find your home away from home in Panama. For more information on Ensenada Beach Resort, feel free to contact me. Yes, welcome back. Yes, guys, that was me back when I didn't have as much hair. COVID made me do it. One of the good things that came out of COVID for me. And shout out to DJ Danny Castro for the raid. Danny, that pushed us to 100 viewers. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Much love. Right now, I have the honor to have these two wonderful ladies here with me. 30 Muse, Kim and Kelly. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey everyone, good.
Talk close to the mic.
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. First of all, super proud of you guys for doing this.
Thanks.
I know we've had many conversations regarding like how to get out there, what to do,
Yeah.
putting your faces out there.
Yeah.
I told them to be confident. They're both obviously good-looking ladies, and I think they should use that to their advantage. Like it is what it is, right? So you guys at the end of the day are advertising your fashion brand.
Yes.
Yes.
We have some clothes here today.
Yes.
And we're wearing it too.
And
There-
I'm wearing
and you're wearing it too?
and the earrings. Oh my gosh.
And your earrings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't come in my sizes, but it's okay. That's totally fine. So how'd you guys start this brand? Was it like a COVID thing, or like what like triggered you guys to start this?
Okay, so I was styling for 2 years. I was doing it as a part-time job while I was in school for, I was doing like Law and Society and then the paralegal program. So I just got into it part-time. Didn't realize how much I loved it. And then and then while I was working, I was like, oh, like this is something I want to do for myself. So like I met some of the buyers and I was like, that's so cool. They go to LA, you know, and like we did all the shipping and stuff. So I learned a little bit about it at that time. And then I was like, you know what, let me wait until I get into the legal field because I didn't want it to be a conflict of interest. And then I'll start it. And then, yeah, and then I tried to do it during COVID. And then, I don't know, it just didn't really happen. And I was working in my field at the time and I was like really sad. And I was like, I don't like
Were you guys
it.
working in
So-
the same fields? You guys are both legal backgrounds?
So yeah,
Yeah.
currently right now I do.
Okay.
So full time with that, and same with Kelly.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, let me just start it. I would think it was in like December where I was like, you know what? Like, let me just actually do it.
But
And
the
then-
idea came about like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
With also someone else, and then there was a name created, but it just didn't go there.
Yeah.
Until last year December, I just kept asking her. I'm like,
Yeah. My
do
sister kept
it.
pushing me, actually.
Because she
literally-
dreaded it every single day coming home. She's like,
So
I'm
it's
just not
more
happy.
of you pushing her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
To do
that's
it?
how I am.
Yeah, she kept pushing. She's like,
So
you
you're
would
the
be
boss
so
year one.
good.
Guys, they're twins. There's like 1,000 questions we could ask here. Like me and Claudia, my sister, were talking about questions yesterday, and we're like, there's so many things you could ask twins. So like, first of all, obviously, who was born first?
Me.
Who brags about that all the time? Okay, you. So you're the boss year one?
Yeah, I would say so.
Would you say you're the more like sentimental, like
Yes.
shy one?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
regarding the business, I'm definitely more like, hell, do this, do that, and it drives me nuts because I'm very like, my work ethic is very like, I like to get things done right away. Let's do it. Kelly's like, no, let me just see if it's okay. Let me take my time, and
Yeah.
then yeah.
There's definitely like that's interesting, and you guys reminded me of something. Working with Phoenix, it's like there's like a corporate side to it, which is like where I'm at with like real estate and everything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there's like the artistic side to it, right? So I find people are not just one or the other, but they're more to one. So like artistic people like to like kind of think about things more and get things done like a certain way, which is fine,
Yeah.
right? And then me Kim over here like, let's just fucking get it done,
Yeah.
like kind of thing.
Sorry, I definitely would say I am a little bit more bossier.
Yeah. Yeah.
As if you accept it, like I do too, when I'm with the guys too, it's like it's fine. It makes them feel more comfortable as well, right?
Yeah.
So guys, this is 30 Muse. Kelly and Kim, if you guys have any questions in the chat, be sure to ask us. So the people in the chat, I'm sure, want to know, what's your background?
We're from El Salvador.
Yes. So we do have a dual citizenship. I was asking my dad a few years ago about this, and my mom recently too. My dad had a crazy idea that we were going to become lawyers one day and then go back to El Salvador and
And free the
pursue
people.
peace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
literally. That was his plan.
That was a
Yeah.
guess.
But that was never our thing. We're like, no, we're not going to be lawyers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
yeah, you're like, about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have another question. Do you guys eat pupusas with your hands or with a fork?
Hands. You
So-
can't
day?
eat them,
You can't eat them
with
with
a
a fork.
fork.
So you get offended if you saw me like with a
Yes.
fork, even if I'm not a Salvadorian.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Good to know for
You can't do that with a fork and a knife.
for
I've
for,
seen
for
people eat
next
it with
time.
forks and knives.
And what would be like a slang you guys hear like your parents say like we hear like Latin people say like Sprite, like you hear like Sprite or like
Oh, my
what
dad
what do
is
you
like
what does
the-
your dad or mom say that like you guys would like always laugh
My
at?
dad is typical. The ones you see on Instagram.
Walmart?
Walmart. Basement.
Baseman.
Like,
Baseman.
typical.
Okay, and what's your guys' favorite Latin dish?
Ooh.
I would say pupusas.
Yeah.
And other than pupusas?
Panes con pollo.
con
Whoever is
What's that?
Salvadorian know it. It's bread, and then you like slow cook the chicken and shred it with like in like salsa, and then you put
Tomatoes,
cucumber,
radish.
potatoes, and it's like a stuffed chicken.
It's like a
shredded
hot chicken sandwich.
Oh wow, that
It's
sounds
really good.
It's really good.
It's pretty bad. You guys told me that late. I'm pretty hungry now. What kind of style are you guys going for? Like with 30 Muse. First of all, where did the name come from? 30 Muse.
Okay, so I came up with it because where I used to work, like girls, like every time they'd walk in and like would see like my outfit or my friends would like, oh my god, I love it. Like they would like look up to us, and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess my style's dope. Like sure, and yeah, and then
It is what it is.
yeah, and then I was like Muse. I was like, okay, I love Muse, so I kept that, and then I came up with 30 because like it's important for me. It's our birthday, so I
Day
came
of
with
our
30
birthday.
Muse. Yeah,
And Muse being like, be your own
it's-
creative inspiration.
yeah, that's how we wanted to keep it.
I
so
like it. You
that's
guys
our
want to show the
great.
cameras what you guys got here?
Yes.
So first, we actually have this really cute dress.
It's one of my
It's called
favorites.
the Diosa backless dress. It's really cute.
Love it.
And then I'm also wearing the Dream Girl bodysuit. Really cute and comfy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
This one's one of my favorites. It's this one's like a satin pink, and then the back. Oh my gosh, it got like all tangled. But it's all like backless, and it's like strapless. So all the straps come in the back, and then I'm wearing my earrings, and then I have my top on underneath. Yeah.
Nice. Looks sick.
Thanks.
I mean, if I was a woman, I'd maybe wear it. I don't know. Looks good. We have a question from the chat, Claudia.
Yes, we do. We have a lot going on in the chat. Nora the Explorer is asking, what female celebrity would you love to style?
Ooh, female.
That's a hard
celebrity.
question.
Kim, we know.
Definitely, probably
Kim Kardashian.
Honestly, style inspo all the way. Whoever styles Kim Kardashian,
I love her. I look up to her stylist.
honestly,
I've Googled her.
despite her
Dope.
age, like her pieces are so, I find, sometimes universal. Like,
Yeah.
It sets a trend for sure.
yeah,
Yes.
it's so trendy. Even
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner too. I find she's very trendy.
Stylist, yep.
But right away, I
Dope.
find when Kim Kardashian's wearing something, like bang.
It would have to be Kim Kardashian.
For both of you, Kim
Yeah,
Kardashian?
Yes.
for sure.
Okay, Claudia, we have another question, or is that the only one for now?
Plenty. So Yessie Cass is asking, what has been the most challenging and rewarding part of starting the business?
Challenging. Okay, I would say
Personal
definitely
jinx. You guys do that a lot, like personal jinx.
starting it. I would definitely just honestly, the biggest challenge is definitely starting it. Like I
Yeah.
find me and Keller just slowly learning how
Yep.
to do things on our own. Like where I kind of took over with content and pictures.
Yep.
I find I kind of like to do that a little bit, and Kelly's more so on the side of picking the pieces of clothing
Yeah,
to put out there.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So we kind of
You guys,
found like
you guys
our
bounce
thing.
off each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's been rewarding, but challenging is definitely like starting it and
Learning along the way
because
how
our
to do
background
things.
in school is just legal, so we don't know about business, marketing. It's been really hard.
Just teaching ourselves, but it's fun. Like when I come home from work, I'm like, this is something I like to do. It's not
Yeah.
stressful. It's something I look forward
Like
to.
the legal side is more like black and white, like this is what it is,
Yeah.
this is what you read.
Yeah.
And then this is like creativity,
Yes.
photo shoots, posts.
Yeah.
I've never been really creative, so that's been really hard. Yeah,
But
photo
the
shoots
rewarding
too.
part, I would definitely say working together, because if I was doing this by myself, honestly,
Yeah.
kudos to everyone in
Yes,
small businesses or whatever it
Who
is
do
that
it
you
alone.
Any entrepreneurs doing it alone, like
it's hard.
kudos to everyone, because yeah, I find just us two, it's challenging, but it's fun to do.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Claudia, we have any other questions?
I have a question.
Sure.
And that is, since y'all are twins, do you guys read each other's mind by any chance? Does that happen?
No.
But I feel like I can feel
Her
how she
energy?
feels.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How's she feeling right now?
She's nervous. I can tell. Like, I can feel how she
The
feels.
thing is that I feel like obviously you guys are sisters. You've been with each other for your whole lives. But when you like are with somebody, like a friend or whoever, for a certain amount of time, you get a sense of like, you know, how they react to things, or like their energy, or you just kind of like feel their vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. So that's another question we have. Do you guys finish each other's sentences?
Sometimes
Yes.
yes.
Sometimes yes. Okay. And what fashion brand do you guys admire?
Ooh.
There's two ones I like.
Yeah.
It's one is the Naked Wardrobe, and another
Love.
one is Meshki. Meshki more, I would say, if anyone wants to look them up on Instagram, they
Yep.
literally have girls modeling in like whatever race, skin color, body shape, and
Nice.
like
Yeah, I
they literally
love
put
it.
out there that women can be confident, and like it's just showing women being confident.
It's
in their,
natural, and they're all natural. That's what we
natural
like.
women too, right?
Yeah.
But the way that Meshki puts out their clothing, their photo shoots, how girls model,
Yeah.
it's
Natural.
the women just
everything.
look confident.
Yeah.
They can wear whatever, but it looks so
Super
radiant on them.
confident. Yeah.
Okay. And when did you guys start the business?
I registered in about February. We took it out in June.
Yeah, June.
June.
We took it
Okay.
out
So
in June.
what would you guys have told yourselves back in February if you could go back in time, and what would you guys ask yourselves in the future, like a year or two from now? So first question, what would you tell yourself in February if you could go back in time?
I would tell myself to chill out, relax, because it's been fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
What about you, Kim?
Same thing, because she's been telling me that the whole time. So
I always tell her to chill out. I
I'm
do.
sorry, but that's what I'm saying. I can.
she's
I
like,
know I can be a little bit more bossy.
I love how you guys accept like each other's roles. Like, it's like you guys really do like bounce off each other. And where'd you guys grow up? Here in Toronto or in El Salvador?
Mississauga.
Mississauga your whole lives?
Yeah.
Okay. And what type of inspiration would you guys say like growing up like inspired you guys like more to fashion?
Honestly, I just watched like celebrities, and then I honestly would say it really started from my part-time job. Like I was so basic. And like they taught me how to like dress people different sizes too. Like I learned all of that. So I would say it started when I started my part-time job, which was only supposed to be for fun. And when I finished school, I was supposed to quit, and that was it. Like never do it again.
So is the goal to move to LA, or are you guys leaving us, or like the people want to know?
Okay, my goal is I was just
She ready.
I was already telling
She already left.
Oh no, this was like my goal from 2 years ago, and I came up with the plan. It was like I really want to have like a studio lofting in downtown Toronto. Like I wouldn't want to leave here.
Okay, guys, she's staying.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
that's not
leave here.
happening.
It's not happening. Yeah.
And same with you, Kim. Your plan is to like
Yeah, for sure.
not like one of you guys go to LA when you guys stay
No,
here. Kind of thing.
what
No?
the heck?
For life.
Yeah,
For life.
lifers.
Okay, perfect. Anything else you guys want to tell the audience, or where they can find you, what your social medias are?
Yeah, check out the Instagram page 30 Muse. We have like new stuff coming for the fall. Just gonna try to make it more creative. So you can see our new photo shoots because we just got our camera, so we're gonna do our
We're
own photo
starting
shoots.
slowly, getting there, learning.
So come look at it. Go on the Instagram page. You can click the link on the website. We're still learning about it too. So yeah, just check us out and watch our progress.
There you go.
Yes.
Anything else to add, Kim, or we're good?
No, we're good.
Okay,
She said
perfect. You
everything.
follow them at 30 Muse. That's 30 MUSE. And guys, we're going to do another commercial break. And we'll be back soon with more Gringo Latino Talks.
Thanks.
What if I told you that you could own the second largest pool in Latin America? Imagine what your family's gonna say when you tell them all of this is theirs. Whether it's a villa, duplex, house, or condo, Playa Blanca has numerous properties that will suit your needs. Playa Blanca is located in Panama, 10 minutes away from an international airport and 5 minutes away from 2 outstanding golf courses. And of course, 1 minute away from the second largest pool of Latin America. A property in this gated community can be yours for only a third of the price of a condo in Toronto. Playa Blanca Beach Residencies is your opportunity to capture a small piece of property in paradise. Find your home away from home in Panama. For more information on Playa Blanca, feel free to contact me. Yes, and we're back. Gringo Latino Talks. We got another very special guest today. None other than himself, Mississauga legend, FIto Blanko.
What's poppin'?
How's it going, brother?
I'm good. I'm here. I'm in your show. The Gringo
I'm here.
Latino.
We're gonna start it right off the bat.
How long did it take you to get me in the show? Be honest.
7 days. The last
7 days?
Last episode was last week.
Brother, it took you like 5. It was a 5-minute conversation. What are you talking about?
Oh, how long did it take for you to agree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like 5 minutes. 4
you
minutes and
go.
32 seconds.
Just for everybody.
To be exact.
Yeah.
FIto, tell the people what's going down this Friday before we forget.
Yo, Friday, nostalgia. 90s nostalgia is going to be crazy. You know, we got Elvis Crespo that's going to be performing. Him and I are performing and rocking out for the very first time in Toronto. So it's going to be exciting. If people that don't know, like, yo, Elvis Crespo's got like one of the craziest shows I've ever seen, like, ever. You know, he's an incredible performer live, you know what I mean? So, and, you know, FIto Blanko delivers too, so we're going to bring that heat too.
Perfect. And for the people that don't know, tell them a bit of the history of like Pegadito Suavecito.
Oh, the record?
The record.
Yeah. Pegadito Suavecito, man. Like, we dropped Pegadito Suavecito in Miami, and the record started bubbling. And that's kind of like how my relationship with Elvis Crespo developed. So, you know, Sensei and I, we produced the record here in Toronto. It was the follow-up single to VIP, and then it just started taking off all over, you know, South Florida. Elvis Crespo got a hold of the record. He started listening to it on the radio, became a big fan, reached out to our team, and he said, yo, let's collaborate on this single.
And that's your track that got nominated for a Grammy, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yeah. And we got nominated for a Grammy for that one. And it's been an incredible ride because, you know, Elvis and myself and Sensei, we've built a rapport. I consider him, one of my mentors in the music business. And yeah, we've done several records together.
Perfect, perfect. And what would you say that was like the Gillette turning point of your career, or what would you say was like what was the first time you felt like, wow, like we're
Brother,
doing this?
you're talking to somebody who's had 3 different careers. Like, you
So
know
in
what I
this career,
mean?
in the music career,
Like, no, I'm talking about like I've had 3 different music careers.
There you go,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's so crazy. A lot of people think that, you know, a lot of this stuff happens overnight, but you just have to kind of keep reinventing yourself. Like my first music career was me selling mixtapes, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I printed my first EP, 5,000 copies I had to get rid of,
oh wow,
you know, here in Toronto. And that was like my first career. After that, I got signed with MRP and Universal. And that's what, you know, those are the records that I'm going to be performing in 90s Nostalgia. Records like Take Her Home, By My Side, you know, all the stuff that, you know, that really hits home because, you know, the Toronto fan base was really the ones that embraced me first and foremost, you know. And then I'm going to say that my third career or my third run was after when we released VIP. VIP was really the turning point. That was, you know, my first official Billboard charting single in the U.S.
and was sounding in like all the clubs in like North
Yeah,
America.
all the clubs
Anywhere,
in
like
North
South America,
America,
Central America.
South America, Central America. Like, you know, that one really did open the doors for me.
Okay, would you say you've ever been starstruck by anybody, even when you were younger, or anybody where you're like kind of like, you know, like choked up, you're like, wow, like this
Yeah,
person's in
like
front of me.
the first time I met a General, I was completely starstruck. I was super starstruck, and I was older. Like I had already been around, you know, I'm gonna say quote unquote famous people, right? So I had already been around a lot of people in the music business. But for some reason, man, like when you meet your idol, like your actual idol, somebody that you know you've imagined meeting, and then you actually meet them, you know, that's a whole different game, you know. And then I realized he was vegan, so he took us to a vegan restaurant. It's the funniest thing in the world. This was before vegan was like a thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 2006, like a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like 15 years ago. And he takes me to a vegan restaurant. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, I'm younger. You know, I've been eating meat my whole life, right? So this is new. I'm like, okay,
Especially like the Panamanian culture, man. Like
you know what it is,
the
right?
The fried meat over there is like
It's
whole
special. You
different
eat
thing.
that for breakfast. You know what I mean? With patacones.
I'll never forget when I went there like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
We left the club and my cousins are like, oh, let's go grab a bite. And there was like a hot plate of like every type of fried food you
That
could
you
like
could get,
imagine, like even like fried like ear pig, like some weird stuff,
Everything,
chicharrón,
Yeah.
everything, patacones, like anything.
So picture me growing up in that type of culture and
Yeah.
that type of environment, and then I'm in Panama with El General, my idol. You know what I mean? And we're meeting, and I got introduced by a mutual friend who's actually a school friend, a childhood friend of his. And he's like, oh, you know, I got a kid, and he raps, and he's a big fan. He just wants to meet you. Can you just have dinner with him or lunch? And we ended up meeting. We have lunch, and he was like the healthiest dude that I have ever met. And then he was like talking about Christ because he devoted his life to Christianity after music, right? So it was just like a really like surreal experience. I'm here hanging out with El General, who arguably like one of the most influential people in Latin urban music.
For sure.
And he's a vegan and talking about Christ.
There you go.
know, so
Yeah.
it was like
Something people wouldn't expect.
I wasn't expecting that when 15 years ago when I met him.
Claudia, we have a question in the chat.
Yes, we do. Besides T.Cam saying, FIto, can I leak the secret project? We'll leave that for later.
Oh,
We
wow.
also have
So these
Pressure.
guys driving bombs. These guys dropping bombs like that.
nonstop.
That's the last secret project we're doing, T-Dot.
Last.
We have a question from Confundida who's asking, but is FIto going to buy... No, wait. Now that you're a father, has your music style changed?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I like that question.
Yeah, of course it's changed. It's like I don't take music as serious. Like that's the reality of it. It's like
You have a whole new priority.
yeah, it's no, but it's not that I take it very serious.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Like I take it serious, but the music that I make is not as serious. You know, so I do take music very seriously. It's work. It's full time. It's what I do. It's what I love. It's my passion. But like I just don't take the music that I make as seriously because like how can I make music that is serious when I'm just, I'm coming home and I'm playing Ninja Turtles with this kid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm playing Ninja Turtles. I'm, watching wrestling, and then I'm dressing up like John Cena.
So you and your son.
Now it's like I gotta make lighthearted music, fun music that makes people feel good. It's like the secret project.
100%. 100%. I find that super interesting because you and your son have like a serious passion for wrestling.
Yeah.
You were always a wrestling fan from like WWF days or like whatever?
Always. I went to like WWF events ever since I came to this country. I remember my dad took me to see Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan at the Montreal Forum, and it was like 1989 or something like that, in the peak of the golden era of wrestling. And it was incredible, so I have a lot of memories of me bonding with my parents through wrestling. My mom like just beating me up because I would order these pay-per-views behind her back.
Showed up on the Rogers bill.
Yeah, the Rogers bill. She'd be like, "What the?" I was like, "Yo, WrestleMania was last week. What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? I thought you knew.
Who's your favorite wrestler? Sneak Dog 82 is asking.
Who's my favorite wrestler?
Yeah,
I have to go with a Canadian dude, Bret the Hitman Hart.
There you go.
That's it, man. The excellence of execution, man. But there's so many wrestlers that I respect and admire. Like, there's just so many of them. I can't just pick one, but if I had to pick one, it would be Bret the Hitman Hart for sure.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Sneak Dog 82, North Explorer, Chris Toma, T-Dot's in the chat as well, obviously.
What's
Maxi,
up, T-Dot? Toma.
Carlitos El Gringo, what's going on? Dolphin Smiles, thank you for joining Vivo Plan.
Has Jonah sorted this whole thing? He figured it out?
I think he finally figured it out.
I
saw him on YouTube when I got
man.
here, and it was like a tutorial thing.
Yeah?
So
you caught him watching a tutorial right before you walked in, right?
Oh, he's going on the mic, guys.
Please don't start, all right? Because if I start, then we're not going to stop the show till...
No, let's start with at least one question. One question or statement,
One more
Jonah.
Question, Jonah.
No, Jonah, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No,
I'm
it's
good.
fine,
I'm good.
it's fine.
Listen, just let me work, all right? Please.
We'll talk after the show. Guys, if you have any questions in the chat, be sure to drop them.
I need to walk around with a Jonah all the time, man. Like, he just makes everything better.
Everybody needs a Jonah in their life.
Everybody.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Brother.
So how do you separate, like, you just came here as FIto. How do you separate, what's your real name?
Roberto.
Roberto.
Yeah.
How do you separate Roberto from FIto? Like, who are you right now when you come into the
I'm FIto because my name is FIto at home.
So your
like
identity
it was growing,
is more FIto
yeah,
than
no,
Roberto?
it's like I've always been FIto. Like, this is not like, it's kind of like that's my nickname. Like, FIto was here before the music, if that's what you're asking. Like, FIto was here before the music,
But like, how, does it take over your like identity, or is that your artist?
Nah.
Does it mesh together, like your artist, FIto, and who FIto was before? Are they the same people or are they different people?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like this. It's like I got high school friends that still call me Roberto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I'm FIto, but they still call me Roberto because they still see me as Roberto, right? And then they realize that I was FIto before I was Roberto. You know what I mean? When they see me around my family, or when they see me around my parents and they hear my parents calling me FIto, then they feel a little weird. It's like, why am I calling you Roberto if your own parents are calling you FIto? Well, that's because, I'm FIto, right? In a weird way, it's kind of like, like, am I two different people, or is there two different people, or is there a separation between the two? And it's like, there can't be, because my music is who I am, right? So I put myself in the music, right? So that is who I am. And, in terms of who I got to be when I'm outside, I'm always myself. But if somebody else, sees me as something else, they're seeing the person that they see when these cameras are on. You know what I mean? But it doesn't change who I am. You feel me? So it's like, I've always been FIto. I've always been Roberto. I'm the same person, But at the same time, it's like, you know what you sign up for when you're in this, right?
True.
You know what I mean? So you just got to kind of like,
At the end of the day, you have to perform.
Correct. Yeah, no, but you understand that because you have, whether you have a platform or whether you're on stage, right? You got to be responsible, and you got to be aware of what you have.
100%.
You feel me?
100%. Claudia, we have a question in the chat.
Yeah, so speaking of FIto, Sneak Dog 82 is asking, what does FIto mean? Is there a meaning behind it?
Yeah, it stands for Pitufito. Pitufo. It stands for Pitufito. So That's what it stands for. So I'm
There
a
you go.
Smurf.
I actually didn't know that. Don't know
You
that.
didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You learn
it
something
stands
every day.
for Pitu Fito.
And did you always want to be an artist, or like what were you trying to do before, or what was the game plan when you were like a kid? Like what did you inspired to be?
Man, I always liked music, you know, but I never thought I was going to be an artist. You know, I just started writing raps and writing rhymes and, you know, rapping in the streets and stuff like that. And, you know, that's kind of like how I started, you know. And then after that, you know, I really got the bug for it once I started going to the studio. And that's it, you know. I fell in love with the studio life. I fell in love with the whole process. And before you know it, you know, I was committed. You know, I talked to my mom. I remember talking to my mom and telling her, I'm like, listen, I got an option right now. After I graduated, I'm like, I can either go to college and, you know, study right away, because she didn't want me taking any time off. It's like, or I can like just take 1 year off and, you know, really focus on this music thing. And if I yield any results in 1 year, you know, then please give me the blessing to carry on. If not, then I promise I'm gonna go to university and finish my university, because
I like it.
I was already registered, you know, to go to prep school in Panama at UC what's it called, University of Florida State University, FSU. And that's what happened. You know, I took that year off and I ended up getting signed during that year.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's destiny, bro. That's just what it is.
It is what it is.
You're-
I remember, I got to give Sensei a shout out too, though, because I remember I was in Panama and I was on the phone. I'm talking to Sensei, and we had already worked on a bunch of things and a bunch of projects and different songs. And I remember Sensei told me at that time, he was like, yo, Fito, like, you know, like, just come back, give it a shot. You know what I mean? You're still young. Just one more year. Just give me 1 year. And Sensei kind of like talked me back into flying back to Canada to really work on that, because I was already locked in. I was already in Panama. I was already settled in. So
Just close to the mic.
yeah.
Question in the chat: is the rumor true that Fito wanted to be a boxer in high school?
Rumor true that I wanted to. No, I used to like boxing.
Just watch.
I never wanted to be a boxer, but I used to love boxing. Man. I still love boxing. You know,
Panamanians are big on boxing.
What up?
You guys are big on boxing.
We're big on
Panamanians.
boxing, and I used to love boxing, man. I still love watching it, and you know, but I don't put the gloves on anymore. But I used to put the gloves on.
There you go.
Used to rock.
And one of your latest projects, Sancocho Remix, with Kenny Uppercuts, Esco,
Yeah.
and Bonlo. Want to tell the people about that process, how that came about, how that's going?
My brother, man, I gotta give a shout out to Testa, man. He hit me up and he's like, yo, have you heard this record? And I had heard the record, but I hadn't really paid attention to it because it was bubbling. But at the time, it wasn't. I don't think it was mixed or mastered or anything. The original Sancocho, right? And he presented the record to me and he was like, yo, I love this record. I'm like, I love it too, man. Like, he's like, yo, do you want to, you know, maybe jump on the remix? Can I make a call? And that's kind of like how the whole process kind of began, you know? Like, I'm like, yo, I want to be on this record. Like, we need, you know, like, I'll jump on a remix. Let's get it. And then, long and behold, we had a meeting. I saw that the remix was already in production because all the other verses were already cut, right? True. So I was like, oh, so my verse is the only one that's missing here? And that's it, man. So I think I cut my record real quick. You know what I mean? We brought it to the table. And the rest is history, man. Everything kind of moved really quick with that record, man.
Yeah,
real blessing.
Within like I think 2 months, everything was done.
Everything was done in 2 months.
Okay, Fito, let's get into the business you and your brother have, the teeth whitening.
Oh yeah, shout outs to Testa again, man. He's getting a lot of plugs.
Yeah, he's getting
here,
too
man.
much.
He's
We just cut
too
the
much
stream,
love,
or
man.
should we?
Where is he, man?
What's the company about? We got spokesperson Fito Blanko here.
Yeah,
for True
man,
Whitening.
he'd be the person to really sell the True White. But yeah, but I know that we're doing a giveaway. We're doing a True White giveaway.
So
you know,
tell me what you think of this. We'll say a topic.
yes,
And then whoever says the funniest comment in the chat that makes you laugh will win the whitening, the teeth whitening.
that sounds funny. Yeah, that sounds good.
So I don't know. Anybody have any suggestions on what topic we should talk about? Or should we just... Or guys, give us some options in the chat. Let's give like a topic, and then after that, people can go in the chat and just like say a little spiel about that.
So what's the question?
The question is, we're going to pick it right now. Someone in the chat's maybe going to give an option, and then we're going to follow through with that.
So somebody's gonna ask a question.
Somebody's going to bring up a topic in the chat.
Topic in the chat.
And then from that topic, whichever topic we choose, people are going to comment about it.
Got it. I like
Okay,
that.
topic, Latino rap. You want to just go with that?
Sure.
Okay, Latino rap, guys. Try to make Fito laugh by talking about Latino rap or spitting a line or something. I don't know. Something creative.
Yo, I'm really good at like staring games and stuff like that when I focus. Like, like those staring laugh down. Like,
Okay, I don't know if you guys are going to crack the poker face of Fito. We had a side question in the meantime. How did the link with Pitbull happen?
with Pitbull. That happened, I'm going to say maybe 2005 and 6. So I met Pitt for the very first time at The Roof. It was a TV show called The Roof that was on Mundos back in the day. And during that time, I was promoting and marketing my single By My Side, actually, in the U.S., and we got booked in the same show. And that was the first time that I met him. That was the first time that I connected with his team. And I guess through the years, we've always kept in touch via emails, especially with his management team, Rob Fernandez. And then once the song VIP started bubbling in South Florida, we reconnected again. And that's how kind of like the whole FIto Blanko 305 thing started brewing again. But Pitt's manager and his whole team, they managed me before actually signing to Mr. 305.
That's interesting.
So that's the way it worked.
Perfect. Yeah. We did have an answer to the Latino rap. Who looks more like Big Pun in Phoenix?
More like Big Pun in Phoenix. Wow.
Yeah. I know that's funny or this, but I found it a little funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
We don't have that many creative answers, so we might have to just go with that one.
I'm gonna say in Phoenix, you got Fat Joe and Pun. Two for the price of one. You got twins.
The gordo swag is going away.
That's it, man. I'm gonna say you're Fat Joe. I'm gonna say he's Pun.
And that's Pun.
Yeah.
There you go. We're gonna go with Vivo Plan as the winner. If that's cool with you.
What's up?
Vivo Plan 14.
Let's do it.
He's the one that said that answer.
Yeah. So this is for the contest.
This is for the contest.
That's it, man.
We're gonna keep it simple since Tesla didn't come through. Just give it down to Vivo Plan 14.
Yes, you're gonna get some fresh white teeth.
All right, Fito. Anything else you want to add that the people know?
Man, 90s nostalgia once again, man. At FIto Blanko, that's FIto BLANKO across all platforms. And this Friday, I'm gonna be hitting the stage around 8:30. So make sure you're there early. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be a show. It's gonna be lit. So you know what it is, man. Toronto, show up and show out. Ya tú sabes, man. FIto Blanko, vamos allá. Let's go.
There you go. Last shout out to DJ Controversial. Thank you for the raid last week. Appreciate that. Jonah, we're gonna raid Michon. I think he's live right now. So anybody that wants to tune in and listen to Michon DJing, he's got a cool show going on Twitch. He's actually the person who inspired me to start this channel.
Wow.
And yeah, we're gonna continue.
Big up Michon, man.
Big up Michoning. We're gonna continue the show next week with wonderful guests. I think me and T-Dot are gonna do an episode maybe once a week as well. So stay tuned for that. Random Talks with T-Dot. And thank you so much for everybody joining. We hit a new record today of 100 viewers at one time. And much appreciated. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to 30 Muse. Shout out to Moments with Meli. Shout out to Meli's Vida. Jonah, Claudia, Gabby, FIto Blanko. Where's the concert on Friday?
Kill and Steals. I think it's called the Improve
Center or something, right? Just north of Kill and Steals. Improvement Center, sorry.
Boom.
Improvement. It's just north of Kiel and Steels. You can find FIto performing there with some other friends like Kenny Uppercuts and Esco. So we'll see you guys there.
Surprise guests. You already know what it is.
That's it for Gringo Latino Talks. Stay tuned for Michoning live on Twitch.